Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently chilling a little bit here, but I would very much like to go to war fairly soon. But for that to happen, we're going to need our navy to probably be a little bit updated. No doubt about that. If we wanted to upgrade the existing ships here, that's already been done. Okay, perfect. And these have already been upgraded as well. So that looks good. I don't really see too much of a need to upgrade our transports, and these are currently heading over here. I wanted to move some of these troops, but actually, let's keep them here for now. I think this is fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. So what we want to do is we want to get these built fairly quickly, and there are a few other structures that I'd like to get built relatively soon, but it will take some time to get that all done. So that's okay, but I want to fight Medina sooner rather than later. Do we already have a CB here? We do. It's an imperialism CB. Okay, so we'd be fighting Euphrates. We'd be fighting Kufa, which I always forget where Kufa is. Oh, it's these guys right here. Okay, so Euphrates, Kufa, which we have this, so that would actually be fine. And then West Ajuran, which we don't care about, and Iabid Abyssinia, which we only slightly care about. So that's all absolutely fine, I think. The question is, when do we want to pull the trigger on this? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these guys down, and I'm going to move these guys up. It's a little awkward, I know. Probably should have done it in the other direction, but it's fine. It's fine. These guys probably should have gone here, and these guys probably should have gone here, but whatever. It's absolutely a-okay. So we're just going to position over here, and we instantly lost a military leader here. Okay. We'll roll up a new one. That's a good leader, actually. And I want these to stop drilling, and I want this fort specifically to be unmothballed. And maybe also this one. This is only a level 6 fort in Mecca. I feel like we should upgrade it, but I'm not going to wait on that fort being upgraded. I'm going to start the upgrade, but I'm not going to require it to be finished before we start this war. So that seems fine. These guys are not drilling, and I'd like to just sail them right on over because this war is going to start sooner rather than later. We're going to head into Jeddah. There we go. And at this point, what are we making? 95? Okay. I want to get this construction going, but I want to declare this war functionally immediately. West Ajuran would not join right now. I'm okay with that. That's fine. So there we go. I do want these guys up here to keep their drilling going. So drill away, you'll be fine. So we're going to walk in here and here. And we're also going to walk in here. About like that. I'm surprised we can walk through here. I guess this is a capital fort. But it's a level 9 fort. That's interesting. But we're able to just bypass it. So that sounds good. So we're going to do exactly that. These sieges are going nicely, and these guys, their plan is to attack down this way. Now, there's a couple of forts here blocking us, and that's going to be a little awkward. How strong are these guys? 84k? Okay. So we can really only siege one of these forts at a time, I feel like. So we've occupied here. I want to head down to here. Can we fight that? Yes, we can bypass this fort. Beautiful. It's exactly what I want to see. So we stack wipe this, no problem, and this siege is now underway. They are heading this way, probably to go for like Haditha up here, but I don't care. They can do that if they like. So we've now occupied here and here, and I want to start up a siege here. I'm going to start a second siege here, but I'm going to regret it. And the reason why I'm going to regret it is because they have quite a lot of forces, and we would have to take that path to get to this fort, and that path to get to this fort. So if they attacked us here, problems ensue. We'll see. We will see if they do that. So I want these guys. That's a long walk around. For the time being, I think we're fine leaving them where they are. Okay, Yeah, I wasn't even looking at this. This is what I expected to see. So we're retreating back to here. I'm going to pull this army back, and yeah. We're going to have to be a little bit more cautious with that. We did just win these 2 sieges, though. So this army is completely freed up at this time, as is this one. And we're just going to wander on down over here. Now, I'd like to just full annex Euphrates at this moment. They wouldn't quite accept it yet. They're very close. Some people would be upset, but I don't think we care. So that sounds fine. We'll just wait on it. It's absolutely a-okay. So we're currently positioned here, and we need to head down, but we also, I think I'm going to pull these guys down to Jeddah to reinforce down here. And I think we'll just hang out here for a moment. Okay, so that brought us up to 67k, and they are looking to attack us at the fort here. But not with both forces. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And we've got our reinforcements almost here. Okay, so the battle has broken out here. I'm assuming they're going to swing these guys up and in and reinforce this. But guess what? We're going to reinforce as well. So in we come here. Never mind. We're locked in. Ooh, this is bad. This is very bad. Okay, so they have their fleet right here. And we don't have military access here. So we can't actually retreat anywhere except like this way. So we should probably see if we can get military access here. They'd actually give it. I'm surprised. And then we can try to retreat up over this direction. That is the world's worst retreat. Okay. Well, we actually swapped positions with these guys, or we're just not fighting them. Wait, why are we not being fought by this? I'm so confused right now. Why is this not fighting our transport fleet? Because they're locked in? Maybe. That's kind of wild, though. So we're going to pop in with our reinforcements here. I can't believe that we just sailed right by these guys. That's insane. I feel like that's a bug. Is that a bug? Am I insane? So we just won this siege up over here. So this is now all fully occupied up here. There's nothing that they can do. We're going to pull these guys back. The only actual combat is here. And we're currently winning that. Yeah, we won that battle. So that looks perfect. I'm going to move these guys in over here. We are zone of control locked. Oh, we're actually locked by morale. I'm going to move these guys in here. Now we have morale. And we're just going to keep these guys here for now. So we expect Ayubid Abyssinia to have a big manpower issue at this moment. And yeah, they absolutely do. So that looks good. We're going to start up a siege here. I'm just going to cap here. I want to regen some morale here. And I'm also going to send a force out over here to cap. There we go. And then we're going to send this force out over... Actually, we're just going to go in and siege this fort for now. They should absolutely come in and attack here, but the reason I'm doing this is to prevent this from auto-capping back. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to come in here, and I do want to piece out some of these guys up here. So, is Euphrates ready to be pieced out? Yeah, they've got 6 reasons. They'll even give us 70 ducats. Done. So that gives us this fort, which is kind of useful, but it's kind of too close to the fort in Hama. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. We might keep it around. So for now, we are going to want to... Oh, this was capped back at some point. Let's go grab that. And of course, our aggressive expansion is very, very high right now. Oh, this was hired by Kufa. Okay. That's probably what we've got going on there then. Fars is demanding unlawful territory. Get out of here, Fars. Okay, so that looks good. We occupied Axum. Now I want to go attack Assad. So that looks good for the moment. We have this force coming down to fight this Condottieri force. They're currently running away. We just lost our general right up over here. That's fine. We can definitely afford to replace him. So there we go. We'll get him in there. And we're chasing this Condottieri force, but they're running off over this way. And that's understood. So a lot of people want peace or military access right now. For the moment, I'm not too concerned about it. We just lost another military leader, and that was the guy in charge of this army. We can't change that yet, but now we can. So we'll recruit another general here. There we go. And we'll move in here and start up a siege. These are going to be very expensive for us in terms of manpower. We did just get a breach here, though, so that's good. How close is Iabit Abyssinia to wanting out? They would accept a white peace, but they only have 2 reasons. Okay. I mean, they can't deal with this, so that's great. We gained half a point of corruption, which I don't love. And we do need to get one of these cores going. Absolutely. Actually, we should get this one going. It's the same cost, but this is more overextension and development, so we should get that one going first. Okay, so that seems fine. This Condottieri army is currently heading into here, which we don't have access to, but they do. That's awkward. So I would definitely like to peace out Kufa, and let's see what we've got there. We can't take this. We can only take this. Done. Yeah, some people will be mildly upset. I'm sure it's fine. So we'll do that. Kufa's now out of the war. So that fort is, I think, a reasonable one to have. Let's move these guys back up to Zidane, and then these guys are going to move up to Yafo for right now. Okay. So we're still working on these forts down over here. It's not going tremendously well. We're not rolling great down here. And we're losing a lot of manpower on this. So that's definitely noted. Do we want to just white peace out Iabit Abyssinia? Well, they wouldn't accept it now. Okay, we'll just have to wait for it. At least we're up to positive here. Do we have access through here? We have access through here. We may be able to bypass this fort, but we can definitely go out and around and attack Damat, which I would be interested in doing. That's also a level 8 fort. Now, keep in mind, we have a good amount of cash right now. Manpower is our primary concern as we continue these sieges. But we do have some cash going here, and I want to get all of these counting houses built. I also want to build this great synagogue, and then we need a little bit more cash for this final great synagogue. So that looks good. I keep hoping that this is going to end, and it keeps not ending. I keep hoping that we get a movement on this. We're rolling very awkwardly on these sieges. That's for sure. I'm going to move one of these units back. Because we can't afford the attrition. We really can't afford the attrition. Okay, so we should actually be like up over here, potentially. Yeah, that's a better location. I'm not planning on taking territory from Iabit Abyssinia, although, I don't know, maybe we could. Maybe. We do need a core, and we have a dearth of admin power. That's for sure. So that is a concern. But this is going to help our manpower significantly. I see their army here. What's their plan? I feel like they want to relieve this siege. It's defended in the mountains, but this siege is over now, which means there's not much that they can do. We can't go there, but we can absolutely make our way around to Damat, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Agu. Revolutionary ideas, or 17 revolutionary regiments up here. Actually, we'll arrest him and burn his books, and we're going to go deal with these revolutionary regiments. So we'll get there nice and quickly. We've got troops nearby that are more than capable of handling this. Perfect. Not interested in revolution at this moment. So we can definitely celebrate a festival. That looks good. And we can get that last great synagogue built. now we can look at building town halls. There's nowhere we can build universities at this moment, but we can build some town halls for sure. And that seems fine. So we've got these forces heading in towards Damat. And these guys are going to get increasingly sad here. Just want to make sure, yeah, we can move directly in. Perfect. Okay, so we actually made a little progress here. That's nice. And let's start sieging here. If we can get through these forts, that's a big deal. We're also going to need to core more, and that's going to require a lot of admin power. We can get a province conversion going, and I think we should. So that looks good. And I would like to build more town halls. So we'll get one of those going. I don't want to spend a bunch of money on a bar mitzvah. Thanks. Get out of here, rabbis. Okay, so we keep rolling status quos over and over and over. At this point, do we want to just peace out Ayyubid Abyssinia? We have 29 reasons. Actually, this is fine. This is fine. This is the most that they can give us in terms of not giving us land. I don't want to take land down here for right now. We already have a lot of aggressive expansion in this region, and we're going to get a lot more. So for the time being, this is fine. I just want the money. So that's done. We're going to head back over here and head back over here. So they rivaled us. No shockers there, but they're going to be economically in some dire straits for right now. Let's get these guys loaded up on the boat, and we're going to head over to Jeddah. I still don't understand how we didn't get fought here. Maybe it was because they were locked in. I don't know. But I want these guys to start marching up over this way. There we go. And then the boats are going to head back over here. And we're going to grab these guys again. And we're just going to sail on back up to Jeddah. So at this point, we can peace out Medina, and I want to full annex them. Yeah, this is absolutely fine. There's going to be a couple of angry people. They'll be mildly upset about this situation. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure they won't be any problem. Honestly, if no one joins the coalition over this, then we're just free to expand with impunity. We'll find out. This is a lot of overextension at this moment, to be clear. We absolutely need to handle our overextension. So what is our corruption from overextension? 0.69, of course. I'm contractually obligated to say that that is nice, unfortunately, for everyone. And there we go. We'll root out that same amount of corruption, but it's going to be rough. It's going to be real, real rough. So these guys are on their way up, and we're going to need to bring more forces in over here. I want to bring our ships down to here. And all of these guys can just go right here. That's fine. I want to mothball our forts. We do not need those up right now. There we go. And we're just going to spread these guys out a little bit over here for now, so they're not taking attrition. They can get to drilling. That'll be fine. And we can join a coalition. Hilarious. We're going to do something like this. There we go. Those are now drilling. And then we're going to take these guys up to our African holdings. The main thing that we have to be concerned about is that we don't want to make France and Portugal too angry at us, right? That's the main concern. But as of right now, they don't care about us expanding over here. So that's great. I want to keep pushing over towards Fars. I want to get rid of Fars. If we were to attack them, we don't really have a good CB right now, but we have imperialism. If we were to do this, we would be breaking a truce. That's understood. I just want to see who their allies are. That's not very scary. That's really not scary. Okay, so that's good to know. There's a salt crisis. Our truces have expired with some people. And now our truce is up with Fars, and theoretically they can join a coalition against us. So the question is, will they? We'll find out. Yes. Al Said, Bulgaria, Strymon, Khazaria, Cairo, Makva, Ephesus, Zachlumia, Achaia, Kephallonia, Mesopotamia, Yamama, Athens, Chaldea, Alhassa, Paphlagonia, Transylvanian Alps. Okay, yeah. So a lot of these people are doing this, and what this indicates is that they don't think that they can beat us unless they have the backing of the Emperor. The Emperor is not in this coalition as of right now, but they're eligible to be in the coalition. So that's understood. We are chilling no matter what at this point. We need to get our overextension reduced. And that's a big deal. So a lot of people entering into military coalitions against us, that's understood. I do still want to take these guys over to our African holdings over here. But I'm thinking right now about making another army. This would be going over our land force limit, because it would be another 80 size army. We have space right now for 54. We could make an army half for sure. And as we bring down our autonomy in some of these new areas, we'll probably be okay. But we need to keep in mind, this would mean 2 more military leaders, and our military power increase would go down. So that's understood. Probably not the end of the world, though. Probably not the end of the world. They've kind of slowed down on joining the coalition. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. So the nobility are very upset right now, and I'm going to set an agenda to make them less upset. And if we did this, they want us to conquer some territory. We're not in a position to do that right now. I don't want to spend admin power. Base production in Yafo for gold, though? Yes. This we will do. So we'll just bump that up. There we go. 1,200 ducats. We're currently net negative financially, and that's okay. I'm not terribly concerned about that. That's mostly because of these lads, and we'll get them spread out a bit. So this is going to be a supply limit of 41. That seems okay. There we go. So now we should be good, and I would like to make more of these cores, but we're going to need admin power for that, right? And Mesopotamia left, as did Cilicia. And then Mutenia joined, and Anatoklion did too. Interesting. There's some disagreement amongst the AI whether they should be in this coalition or not. So we'll lose some government reform progress here. I do not want to lose the stability at this time. I'm very tempted to do this land seizure, but I want to just wait. I don't want to fight rebels right now. I want to let our manpower be building because we want to recruit, and we might have a coalition war. So that's all things that we want to potentially be dealing with. To that end, I do want to recruit at least 1 army here. So I'm going to get 1 unit of Green Coat infantry, and that's it for now. We're going to get 1 side of this army, 1 half. Iraqi separatists out over here. Okay. I'm going to unmothball this fort. It's going to take us a little bit to get there, and we're going to wander on over. They're not going to get separatism because of the fort there, and that'll be great. So we'll just get this capped back. There we go. And we're just going to wander on back to Zidane. The fort will cap this. So that looks good. As soon as this is recapped, we'll mothball the fort. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to be finishing a core fairly soon, and we can get more constructions going. So what I want to do right now is I want to go to conscription centers. All of these are full priced. So all of them will take a building slot. That's understood. I want to look at stock exchanges and build any stock exchanges that are an upgrade. So I want to just go through this list and build any of these that are below 380, because that means there's already a building there. So that'll be good. We can, at this point, get a new Miltech, and honestly, I'm going to take that. That'll make them even less likely to be willing to attack us. So we know that this should be 14, 6, and 20. And so we'll just start working on recruiting this. That's 14. What are we making right now? 10.6? That's not very much. Okay. Well, there's all of our Lancers being recruited, and now we're going to need some more gold for our Royal Mortars, but that's going to take a little bit. There's a core finishing. That's a big deal. So that seems great. And at this point, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue to grow our armies a little bit. I want one more pair of armies for sure. And by that, I mean, I want one more army split into 2 halves. And that's going to require increasing our land force limit somewhat. So we'll see what we want to do with that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Rornaz, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.